Ever wondered what the word Anunnaki really means? It means the offspring of An, the royal children of the sky. If they're the children, tonight we will meet the parent. Anu, the still point above the council, the court where kingship descends and destinies get their names. Don't worry, this gets weirder. The Sumerians called him An, simply sky. In Akkadian, he's Anu. His sign on clay is a star, the same star that marks a divine name before it's written. He isn't a storm hurled at your fields or a river that overflows your granary. He is the uppermost tier. He is sovereignty itself, the right to rule that every god and king borrows. Where did Anu come from depends on which cosmogony you open. Sumerian tablets say, before cities, there's the primeval water, sometimes personified as Namu. From that depth arise An, sky, and Ki, earth, still joined. Creation advances when sky and earth are lifted apart. Many hymns credit Enlil, their son, as the one who pries them loose, creating the airspace between wind, weather, time, the stage for history. In this telling, An is primordial, a first principle. Akkadian and Babylonian tablets say Anu came from a long line of gods before him, and he inherited his throne. Here, Anu is a sky heir, still highest, but inside a genealogy. Two strands, one result. Anu sits at the top of the living structure. Whether primordial or royal descendant, he's the ceiling of the world. In early Sumer, head god doesn't mean the only actor. It means the highest authority. From Uruk, Anu confers legitimacy. He destines offices and recognizes powers. Over time, Enlil becomes the executive breath of decree on earth. Enki the engineer who fixes what breaks. And Anu remains sovereign above the fray, the court of final permission. Later, Babylon will retell this and let Marduk wear that sovereignty. But even then the language of Anu's heaven persists. The idea that rule is loaned from above. Anu's consort is Antu, Antum, a sky goddess mirroring his name. In cosmic pairings, he's also matched with Ki, earth, the sundered halves that make a world. Children vary by text. Enlil is often treated as heir in function. Eanna hails Anu as father in hymns. In the Akkadian strand, he stands above Ea Enki, and thus Marduk. Think less fixed family tree, more hierarchy of roles. Sky above, decree between, wisdom within. You'll sometimes hear a modern claim. Anu came from Nibiru. In cuneiform, Nibiru, the crossing, is a celestial marker, often Jupiter or a crossing point, not a described homeworld. 20th century writers have recast Nibiru as a distant planet, and Anu as its king sending envoys to Earth. I will let you decide which theory you would like to believe in. Now, on to the good stuff. From the reed city of Eridu, a fisherman sage named Adapa serves Enki. One day, the south wind flips his boat. Drenched and furious, Adapa breaks the wind's wing with a spell. In heaven, Anu notices the missing breeze and summons the offender. Before Adapa climbs, Eanna coaches court survival. Wear mourning clothes, flatter the doorkeepers, Dumuzi and Ningisida, and say you mourn their absence on earth. Above all, Eanna warns, do not eat or drink. It is the bread of death and the water of death. Adapa passes the gates. The guardians soften. In the bright hall, Anu judges and then offers mercy. He orders the bread of life and water of life to be set before the mortal who mastered a wind. Adapa, loyal to Eanna's warning, refuses both. Anu looks from the untouched trays to the cautious sage and smiles at Eanna's cunning. Return him to earth, he says. Let him keep wisdom, but not immortality. A human stood in heaven, offered life, and politely turned it down. Here Anu isn't a villain. He's the high judge whose gifts are real. It's obedience and fear that keep us mortal. In Uruk, the hero Gilgamesh rejects Eanna with barbed words. Offended, the goddess ascends to her father Anu and demands the bull of heaven, a star beast whose hooves are famine and whose breath opens chasms. Anu hesitates. If I release it, 7 years of drought must follow. Has Uruk stored grain? Ishtar swears it has. She threatens to shatter the underworld if he refuses. Anu opens the gate. The bull descends. Gilgamesh and Enkidu fight and kill it. Triumph tastes sweet until the gods answer. The bull's release was a gate. Its slaughter is the hinge. Enkidu sickens and dies. Gilgamesh learns the math of hubris. Anu's part is brief, a yes or no. But in Mesopotamia, that's what a Skyfather does. He is the ultimate decision maker that permits or withholds forces too large for cities to leash. In the Anzu cycle, chaos begins below. The lion eagle Anzu snatches the tablets of destiny from Enlil as he bathes. Decrees unravel, ranks blur. The gods convene. Anu presides as elder sovereignty, while champions hesitate to take on Anzu until Ninurta steps up. Ninurta accepts the hunt. With counsel from Enki, he nets Anzu and wins the tablets back. In the victory rites, Anu's role is ritual and decisive, recognizing the champion, confirming restored order, bestowing honors. If Enlil is the executive breath, Anu is the court that makes restoration stick. Kings invoked him when they took the throne, swore oaths, or named the year. This is Anu's style of power. Fewer myths of motion, more architecture of legitimacy. A high seat, a white shine, a star cut into clay. Reminders that rulership is on loan from the sky. Anu is the piece we overlook because nothing about him moves, and that's the point. He is the everything that all else moves within. When a king says his reign is by Anu, he means his crown is on loan. When a poet calls the stars the writing of An, they mean the sky is law before language. In a world of floods and famines, people needed a place above the weather, a seat clean enough to judge a storm. They call that seat Anu. Tonight, we climbed past wind and water to the quiet that holds them. met the judge who offers life and the gatekeeper who can say no. Our next journey will take us away from the sky and deep into the underworld. Next up, we will meet Ereshkigal, queen of the underworld. Every crown has a shadow, and hers rules below. If this helped you drift or kept you listening, like, subscribe, and keep going in the Anunnaki Chronicles.